This guy's the Sunfire 2270 M3, I think, server. Dual core processors. As you can see, I've got it plugged in. I fired it up the other day and it did fire up. My goal is, I guess now, to change the processors over to the 5677s, see if that works. If it does work, then the 5650s that are in here can go into that Z600. That'll give it, that'll give that 12 cores, as long as the BIOS can handle the 56 series, not just the 55. That'll give it 12 cores running at, I think it's about 2.5 gigahertz, or 2.6 or something like that. So it'll be a bit faster than what's in there. I think it's 2.1 in there right now. And then with one of the older, like I think I've got a GTX 660 I can put in it. So that combination should be good to play quite a few different games like Valorant, or I'll have to test. But it'll also then handle streaming quite well, because it'll have the cores to just, the CPU power will be in excess of what's needed for that. Pair it with a mouse and a keyboard and a monitor, and I can maybe get a complete system that I can get someone to have for, like, I don't know, 500, 400 bucks, which will then give me some cash to work on these guys. Just a thought. I really need to be successful with some of this stuff, because this is getting crazy. Crazy making. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to open this guy up. Let's move the camera. Let's pop the top. Yeah, I think I put most of my other server RAM in this guy, so I think it's got like 96 gigs of RAM right now, which is fine. But I do need to turn it off. So I think I should just need to hold that down. Yeah, a little noisy. Yeah, I don't want to plug the SSD in with it powered up, so I'm going to power it down. There we go. I've got these open bays. I don't have any carriers, so but I got this little SSD. There, it's on. Let's plug in our mouse and our keyboard. Oh, and the USB stick, which should be a Windows 10 install. And now we'll plug this baby back in and see what happens. Okay. Come on! I don't think it has a switch to check the position of the cover. Ah! There we go. F8. Problem is I can't see very well, and here I'm trying to read the screen as it flicks through, and can't tell if it's accessing the drive or trying to do it through the network. Well, let's see if we can speed this up a little. Alright, so it appears to be installing Windows 10. No guarantee that it'll actually run once it's installed, but yeah, it's just getting the files ready. But like I said, with 96 gigs of RAM, two 6-core processors, they're not running horribly fast, but they got the bandwidth. And since it's transferring not to a hard drive, but to an SSD, though it is a SATA SSD, still, it's the Z600. When I did it from the optical media, I had to leave it overnight because it was just going to take, well, it took forever, but it did successfully load. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this doing its thing. Yeah, the processors aren't getting hot. I'm not going to film the whole thing because that would be just... So, there we have it. That did not take anywhere near the length of time I thought it would. Windows 10 is installed and running on the server that I picked up for $15. Yeah. And the memory, a lot of that was free because the guy was leaving town and just the other Kijiji guys backed out and said, here, take it. So that's pretty decent. Yeah, of course there's no network. I know that. Yeah, I'm not changing from the recommended. We're good. Well, doing the things with the stuff, I think we just did. That's crazy. That's awesome. And now I have a usable thing. Not very pretty, kind of noisy, but usable.